when the puck gets in.
Yeah, just couldn't believe it, really. Just excited for our group. Honestly, everybody was so dug in. Starts months and months and months ago with management going out and picking the team, and the coaching staff coming together, and then obviously the players doing what we do. It's been a big production, and it's just sweet to have it all come together.
What does this event mean as the program pivots to 12 months from now, just having this moment, this group together for as long as you guys have been together?
Yeah, it's a confidence builder, obviously, knowing that we can play and we can beat anybody. That American team is as good as you're going to find. They're solid all around, and but we just found a way in a tough building just to get it done. It was special.
For this team, is it sort of a passing the torch moment to have Sid have the golden goal in 2010? Now you have the golden goal now for your generation.
Well, I think you're going to see Sid in 12 months, so I don't think this is a passing of any torch. So Sid had a great tournament. He was a big part of our group, and I think you'll see him. You'll see him in a year's time.
There was so much talk coming into this event about your goaltending, Canada's goaltending, and Binnington in particular throughout here. How impressed are you that, with all of that said, and in that moment, how good he was in that overtime?
Well, I've heard it time and time again. Binner's a winner, and that's ultimately what it is. He's won a big game in this building before, in 2019 there. So he's played in big moments. The moment doesn't get to him. He made probably 3 or 4, all-world saves early in overtime to allow us to score the goal. So all credit to him, honestly. Hopefully some of those haters will back off him, because honestly he played great.
Connor, what do you think you're going to remember most from the past 10 days or so?
I'm going to remember most just the way the group came together, honestly. It was such a quick tournament. Just kind of 2 practices and off we went, and you never know how that's going to gel, and our group just gelled great. It was a great room, great leadership all over. It's just fun to be part of.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, you saw the speed, the skill, just really every facet of the game. Just the level that you guys have seen the last 10 days was incredible. So. It's been a while, so it's hard to compare, but I would say that that's been probably the common topic. Talking to other guys, they would feel the same way. So I think that's fair.
So you've won cups, Olympics, Worlds. How does this compare?
Yeah, I mean, I've been getting that question a lot. I think with a new event, new format, that sort of thing, it's hard, but just talking about the level and. Just how good every team is and how difficult it is in a short-term event like this to come together as a group and play the way you want to play and go through all that. I thought it was an awesome experience. It's hard to rank it, but still to be part of this group, find a way to win it, and the atmosphere and the environments that we're in between Montreal and here were incredible. And I think people, watching could feel how bad, everybody wanted to win and, what they put into it. So, it's hard to rank it, though, to be honest with you.
Nate, your first best on best, to end it this way, to be the MVP, and to do it with your 2 Nova Scotia Mafia guys. Just what's going through your mind?
Yeah, it was fun. I think the 4 Nations kind of caught on fire. I'm sure everyone didn't really know what to expect. Obviously, questions about it being an all-star game, things like that. Obviously, people didn't really know, the players' mindsets coming in, and rightfully so. You never really know, but guys took this very seriously when you represent your country. So yeah, obviously, all the guys, egoless, selfless. Really cool to be a part of a group like that.
Other questions for Nate? Left side, front row.
After last Saturday's game, Matthew Tkachuk said it's our time. What does it mean to you? What kind of team did you guys have here to battle that narrative and make it your time?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, obviously, I thought we played a really good game, and overtime they kind of took over, honestly, and Binnington was unbelievable. The saves he was making, and we just needed kind of one look. And, Connor was very open, so that was nice. Usually when he's that open, it's in the net, so very exciting. And, I think, we're neck and neck, USA and Canada, but it feels good to, be on top this time.
Standing on the far left.
Nate, do you have a sense of what this might mean for people at home in the sense of, coming off back-to-back World Junior disappointments and then getting here and political tensions between both countries, which I know you guys have tried to stay out of, but just a sense of what, as a country, this win would mean tonight?
Yeah, I think just obviously I don't know much about politics, but we know that USA, Canada, it's kind of a thing right now, and obviously we're playing against each other in a sport, and football's over and basketball's not really going on. So I think this tournament caught on fire, like I said. So really exciting to be a part of it, and obviously representing our country and trying to grow the sport. I think we did a great job. Naturally, we're all very invested naturally, and definitely a cool event to be a part of.
Standing on the left.
Nathan, how important you consider this win to Canadian hockey and the reputation of Canadian hockey in general? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if they beat us tonight, I don't think our reputation would have taken a huge hit. They're an amazing team. They were the favorites coming in. So, but obviously, we definitely pride ourselves off of being the best hockey nation, and it's nice to for another year at least we have some bragging rights, and got to go do it again next February.
Left side, third row.
And Nate, did this game play out the way you kind of expected? Back and forth, no one pulls away. Is that what you expected tonight?
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many good players on each side. For anyone to pull away would have been unexpected. Just tight game as we thought, and we definitely got bailed out a little bit by Binner in the overtime, and took advantage of it.
Left side, fourth row.
Nathan, in 2010, the winning goal in overtime was Sidney. 15 years later, it's Connor. Is it kind of perfect Hollywood script?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Connor's the best player in our game, and for him to put it in like that, and in such a intense atmosphere, obviously in a hostile environment for Canadians, was special. And hopefully he can do that again next year too.
Left side, standing.
Nate, you've mentioned Binnington a couple of times and what he did in overtime. Just can you describe the lift the team got when he made those saves, and how you guys felt for him? A lot of people were doubting his ability coming into this tournament, and he came up at the biggest moment when you guys needed him. Yeah, I mean, I think he might have had a shutout here when he won the Stanley Cup, Game 7. So, we all thought he would be amazing tonight. Even privately, we were talking, and we expected a great game out of him, and we got one. So, very thankful for that.
Right side, standing.
Nathan, it seems like level of physicality, forecheck, possession of the puck, all were obviously much better than on Saturday. What was the intentionality when it came to bringing the game a little bit more to the Americans and carrying the play a little bit more?
Yeah, I think the forecheck's a huge thing. They had 4 or 5 over the puck the whole night, so there's nothing going on in the rush too much. Like I've said before, all the best players in the world checking as hard as they possibly can is tough to generate. So we didn't have a ton of chances, but we converted when we needed to.
Standing on the right again.
Nate, what does this mean, this tournament in general, and the touches that Hockey Canada has, the program has, as you look towards the Olympics? Just, you guys don't get a lot of time together. Now you've sort of had this mini tournament as you pivot to Italy.
Yeah, this was very important. I think even for a lot of young guys, but I mean, my 12th year, I've never played best on best. I've missed the last 2. A lot of guys have. So I think it's really important just to be a part of this and get a feel for it. Definitely felt like a little kid coming to this tournament. I didn't know what to expect. Didn't know where you really fit in. So I think a year from now, it'll be a lot more comfortable for everybody. So definitely thankful that this was put on. And, it's a huge deal today. And I think also just going forward with the Olympics, it's a just being part of Canada and getting that feel for it is important.
I think that people are starting to understand that the level of emotion that's played in the game of hockey, the pride that we have. I think that's one thing that you don't necessarily see in every sport, but it's all you see at this level of the game. When you get the best players of the NHL and you put them on the ice together, I mean that's what comes out. Obviously the skill and the skating and the work that guys put in, but it's the pride that they have, to want to win and the will to win. And you're willing to do anything, and on and off the ice, how you got to come together. I think it's going to obviously help the game grow. There's been so much media coverage for the game for this tournament. It's definitely going to help the game grow, which is great. But I think the biggest thing is now fans are going to really look forward to the next one. There's a lot of chatter beforehand about not sure how this tournament was going to go and how the players are going to be, and you bet your bottom dollar the next one's going to be just as good.
Brad, you never talk about your own personal accomplishments. You always say it's about the team, and you'll talk about it when you retire. This is your 6th gold medal. You and Sidney Crosby both have 6 gold medals. What can you say about that? I mean, that's quite an accomplishment.
Didn't even know that, to be honest with you. I think again, it's one of those things where every opportunity is extremely rare, and you're extremely grateful for the moment. I even Sid after the game, he said to me, it's how much more do you appreciate it now after everything we've been through, and how old we are, and how long it's been from the last one. These aren't things that are given. There's an extreme amount of work that goes into it, and on a daily basis, year round, and there's not one guy in that room is there by chance or there by luck. It's because of in a lifetime of dedication to the sport, and when you have that, when you have guys that grew up like that or built like that, I mean, we know as Canadian players the only outcome that is acceptable is a gold medal. So we don't come into tournament hoping to get to the finals or hoping to get to the medal round. It's gold or bust. Obviously we're extremely fortunate to have the caliber of players we do in our country and on this team, but I also think it speaks to the management group and the coaching staff of how they build these teams with character and guys that are just pure determination and workhorses, and they build a team. They don't necessarily build the best players, they build the best team, and you see that all the time.
Brad, it was a short runway. What do you remember from that respect?
I don't hope anything, man. It's like, there's goalies who are working their way to be the best they can be, and I hope I showed, perseverance and belief that Canadian goalies can get the job done, and just believe in themselves to get to, get opportunities and find a way to win, because there's a lot of talented goalies in every country, but specifically in Canada also. So, people are going to talk, and you got to just do your job.
Before overtime, was there a little self-talk or pump-up talk with you and any other players? What was the messaging?
In the room, I think the boys were saying stuff, just, get on it right away, we're not waiting. Obviously it's a do or die situation, and you got different guys talking in the room, but we had a lot of them, and guys were excited, and the confidence, I didn't waver. Everyone just believed that we'd get the job done, and it's just surreal still, but just great energy all around, and great group of guys.
Has it set in also what this team's accomplished, beating this American team in their barn with so many fans cheering against you?
I think it'll settle in more and more as we go on, but we definitely are proud of what we've accomplished, and just the behind-the-scenes stuff. We know what went into it, and they're a good group. They're great hockey players on that side, so it feels really good.
Okay, we're going to wrap them up.
Thank you very much.